Hey, what's up, everybody? Just tapping in with another gym chat. The other day, my daughter asked me an awesome question that I got to respond to with pride and a resounding yes. She asked me if she was planned on, and like 100% she was planned on, prepared for. Like by the time that her baby shower came around, the only thing that she really needed was clothes, and kind of because it was my first baby, so like she had crib, the little playpen, like she had a bunch of stuff that you don't need. It's true what they say. By the second one, you realize the stuff that you don't really need. Her favorite thing was the swing. The swing was like her biggest deal. Like she had her own little room and stuff, and like we didn't even know that we weren't supposed to like put her to sleep kind of by herself that soon, but like she would kind of sleep on her own overnight, and then in the morning like her mom would bring her into the bed with me, and we would kind of like box her off with pillows and stuff, you know what I'm saying, so that like she couldn't roll over off the bed, and then I couldn't roll over onto her. But like I think to this day, like she was an active mover in her sleep. Like she was around, you know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, man, it was a wonderful blessing. Like the trajectory that my life took in that situation was kind of crazy too. Cause like I had the philosophy class, like I said, and through philosophy I got really into keeping houseplants and like botany and herbology and stuff. So like I just filled my house with plants. You know, again, thanks to my philosophy class, cause we think that we're such the dominant species that we can do this, that, and the other. But you know, without plants, we wouldn't be thriving in the situation that we were. So. Plus, they're just capable of doing things that we can't. Like, you can't cut off the limb of one person, attach it to the limb of another person, and just expect it all to go well. And almost with any tree, you can graft almost any species to a tree. Even if it's a non-fruit-bearing tree, you can graft a fruit-bearing branch to that tree, and it now produces that fruit. Like, plants are amazing, man. Like, I enjoy it actively as a hobby. Again, peace lilies are the big deal for me, because the peace lilies that I had a big one in my house, you know, when my daughter was born, and like it sprouted a bunch of flowers like right before she was born. So yeah, I got plants. 6 months after that, I got a puppy. Her name was Karma, you know, and then like right after that, we had my little girl, man, and like it was an amazing experience. Like I said, I wanted those responsibilities of being a dad. Like I actively look forward to that throughout my life, you know. So like, and then again with my son, you know, it's the same kind of deal, except again, like I knew what like I was so ready and prepared for it by that time. Like it was just kind of nothing, but it was nice it's different. They feel different. Like my daughter, like she changed my life, you know what I'm saying? But it's like with your son, like you just know how to, we're both dudes, you know what I'm saying? So like the bond is there. I was talking with this about somebody earlier today, you know, it's like how the bond with them is different, you know, but they're both like, they're definitely pieces of myself, but individually, they're all their own, you know, like and like, man, okay, so I was split up with both of my kids, you know, mothers, and like, even from that onset, like I never wanted that term baby mama, because like I feel like it's disrespectful, you know, it doesn't put the person on a proper mindset. It attaches that negative connotation because, you know, again, it's that baby mama mindset. So no, these are my kids' moms, you know, and like I always look and treat them with that respect despite what's going on, you know, like no matter what happens, people are gonna side with them. Like, I've been used to being on my own for the majority of my life, but again, going through the situation with my mom, like, I know how things might be portrayed in their head from other people that only have outside eyes into the situation. They don't have the actual lived experience. But the thing that is on my side is that, when I went through one of my custody situations, the judge actually, spoke kindly of me because I had been contributing financially without one of the parents' knowledge, and like I had receipts to back this up. So like by the time this situation came about and like I showed him, I got lucky, like I said, and I had somebody speak on my behalf from a position of authority. And once that happened, those other voices kind of had to settle down because I was going above and beyond in a situation where some parents wouldn't do so. So like I was lucky enough to have somebody speak on my behalf. And I just happened to live in a state where, they actively seek to have both parents involved in the child's situation. They want you to co-parent effectively. They don't want to play those particular games. And in this particular situation, like I said, I had a stack of paperwork that I had to print, I had to look up, I had to print out, I had to overcome the anxiety of actually filling this out. And then again, like I was saying, like I gave myself time to settle down on looking for that task. But once I got into it and did the work, again, it was just a bunch of repetitive information. And whatever goal that I had outweighed the intimidation that paperwork offered me. So I went in there all by myself, all by my lonely. And there was just some situations that happened to play out in my favor. So I got lucky, maybe luckier than some. But again, luck favors the prepared, as before this even got to this point, worst case scenario, this isn't outside the realm of situations that I might have to deal with. And that's why I wanted to carry that respect no matter how the situation turned out. So the first time to diffuse the negativity, it was way easier than the second. But then the second time that it came around, again, like I found the right information that would help me shed that particular negative baggage, because it's not going to help me move forward. It's actually going to hinder my process. Remember, always have a plan. Your most basic plan is moving forward. And to move forward gracefully, you can't have things that you can't control weighing you down and dragging you down. You know what I'm saying? And like ultimately, you're capable of controlling how you feel if you are willing to make a conscious effort to understand. You know what I'm saying? That's why I appreciate CGA. He preaches understanding, and like that's something that I did lose, was understanding for things that happen in life. And once I regained that, it helped put my train back on track to moving full steam ahead. And while the situation may have shaken me, again, like I got back up, because my mindset is to dig in and push forward. Quitting isn't an option. I have too many people to live for. If you heard me spoke in my losses video, like I lost my grandpa and my older brother, the two real men that I had to look up to in my life, kind of very young. So I've been on a path on my own, from a little boy, so like it's a blessing. I'm very blessed to have wonderful, healthy, happy babies. I just got done playing on the court with my little man. He was going crazy with the Frisbee. He had a good time, and like, it's nice to be able to get out there with him. So my mom sent me to like go hang out with my dad at some point, and that was like a good experience too, because like he was taking care of himself and his boys would follow him around. This dude had so many kids, it's nuts, bro. And like, I kind of wanted that for myself, but again, he paid the price to have those kids in a lot of different ways, you know, and to see him kind of take that and still kind of make a way for himself, that meant a lot when we actually reconnected, and he helped me guide myself through my particular process. Because like I said, the thing that I reached out to him for was an ear. I needed somebody who could hear me, somebody who could understand me, you know, and like he was gracious enough to give me that time and to help me diffuse that energy. And again, that's a precious thing to have. I was lucky in that account too, because everybody isn't willing to help you diffuse that negative energy. Everybody doesn't understand necessarily how to. But yeah, so to circle back around, like it was awesome that she felt comfortable bringing that kind of question to me, and then it was awesome that like I got to respond with like a hell yeah, you were planned for. You were expected. From the moment I saw your mom, I was preparing for you, man. You know, and I was looking forward to every bit of it. You know, come hell or high water. And you know, mamas, shout out to mamas, you did a good job. Like you produced a healthy, happy little girl. So like, keep up the good work. You know, keep being a great mom that you are. And you know, to you young lady, I know you might check in on this at some point, I love you a lot. You know, and very much you were planned and prepared for. So yeah, just know that in this day and age, tradition isn't what it is, but if you are, again, willing to take on the responsibilities that come with the choices that you're gonna make, and you care enough about yourself to push forward and drop things that are, you know, belong in the past anyway, there's still hope and light at the end of that tunnel. I wouldn't even say hope. There's definitely light at the end of that tunnel. You can only control you, but again, if what you're emanating, people will tend to feed off and possibly fall in line. So I challenge you to do good things for yourself. For the longest time, I wasn't the example that I am at this time, you know? And like, I'm proud of myself for moving forward through my processes to be in the position that I am today. So I want you guys to, again, take on your own hero's journey, put yourself in a position that will be prosperous for yourself so that you can be prosperous around you, for those around you. It's all gonna stem from you and what you choose to do. And on that note, Wages out.